Okay, well, hello there, people of the internet. Let's just get this over with. Let's get started. Yeah, I'll be fully honest with you guys. I was kind of just when I think my time with the Xenoblade series is over, it's reached its sunset for now. I can take a break. It pulls me back in all the time. It always pulls me back in. There's something that comes up that I have to talk about. So today, I'm going to have you sit and listen as I predict the entire story of the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Phase 4 DLC. I am aptly naming it Future Connected 2. Will it be that? Probably not. It'll probably be some different name, but Future Connected 2 is what I'm calling it. So what do I think this DLC is going to be? I think it's actually fairly straightforward if you've been following a lot of the subtext and context clues of the Xenoblade games up until this point, especially after you beat 3, you'd probably almost immediately pick up on what they're trying to do here. I believe this is going to be a future connected size version of Torna. What do I mean by that? I mean, this is going to be a small expansion, probably very, very small, a few hours, 3 to 4, not enough to constitute its own game like Torna did, but it will serve the same purpose as Torna did, in the sense that it adds backstory to the creation of Ionios, to the origin of our characters in 3, and potentially to, understanding why Melia and Nia are just in that world to begin with, and how that world came into fruition. So with that said, what do I think is going to happen? So I'll just be blunt with it, right? I'll be straightforward. In the trailer, you see an adult version of Rex and an adult version of Shulk. Rex is wielding both the blades of Pyra and Mithra at the same time, which I'm kind of surprised that's a thing. I thought he would just be wielding Numa's blade, but I guess it makes sense. It's at least in terms of, just recognizing the character and the character design. And then Shulk is wielding that Monado from Future Connected specifically. And they're both up against what looks like, it's Alvis. It's Alvis. In the same exact landscape that Shulk fought Zanza in at the end of Xenoblade 1. And then there's a pan out shot to someone who kind of looks like Noah, but is probably not Noah, and is probably a character that has to do with Noah that I would presume is also not N. So that's literally my piecing together of that. Now, so what does that mean for the story? What do I think is going to happen? Well, I think it's actually fairly straightforward. Once again, I think after the events of Xenoblade 2 and of Future Connected, we'll see literally the thing that everyone thought was going to happen. The worlds are going to combine, and when they combine, Rex and Shulk will meet up, and oh my, you know what I just realized too? Fucking Takahashi, god damn it. The one thing I said before the game was even announced, before Xenoblade 3 was even announced, y'all remember what I said. I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up as a receipt just to remind you guys. I believe that this will be the game that will bridge the kind of stories of Xenoblade 1 and 2 together in a more cohesive way. I'm not saying we're going to see, Rex and Shulk jump into a portal and shake hands, though I hope they don't do that. That would be so corny. But in any case, I doubt that's going to be what's going to happen. But I think the story itself is going to really focus on merging these two worlds, these two universes together, and kind of, bringing them to life in a different way. But I said that what's going to happen, this game is going to be tying together Xenoblade 1 and 2. It's going to kind of literally put the two worlds together, and you're going to maybe have Shulk and Rex walk through a portal and shake hands, and god damn it, we are so close to that reality. That is about to happen, and if it does, I'll be happy that I got it right, but I'll also be pretty upset because that is the most on the nose, so corny thing you could possibly do. Is literally mismatch, the two worlds collide, Jimmy Neutron meets Timmy Turner style, fucking fucking Xenoblade crossover. I mean, it makes sense. It's going to happen. They're in the same spot together. But what does this mean for the context of the story, right? So what I believe is going to happen is Alvis, probably part of his like master scheme behind the scenes of the events of 1 and 2, in one way or another, right? He was pulling the strings and he wanted to take the powers of the Architect and of Zanza for himself. And once the two worlds kind of merged together after both the Architect was defeated and Zanza was defeated, Alvis kind of took his strike in there and it took over the power and the roles of those two worlds to become like an ultimate god or some shit. I don't know the specific terms for it, right? I don't know off the top of my head. It's probably going to tie into Xenogears in some fashion, or Xenosaga, I should say, rather. So to me, that is what the story is going to consist of. It's going to consist of Rex and Shulk fighting it out with Alvis to keep him from destroying or controlling the two universes or the combined universes. And what's going to ensue is a rupture that ends up creating Ionios and sets in motion the events of the story that happens in Xenoblade 3, which will likely also explain why Melia and Nia are both, 1, alive, and 2, in the events of Xenoblade Chronicles 3. That is literally the baseline analysis I got for this. I'll take my my cookies and my brownie points now, because I know in a few months we are going to be talking about this, and I will have been right, so... But no, in all seriousness, yeah, this definitely does look like it's gonna give context to and provide a lot of backstory for what happens in 3. What do I think of it overall? I mean, it seems okay. I'm always happy for more stories with Shulk in it, and maybe this will give me some more, appreciation for some of the things in Xenoblade 2, and will give me some more appreciation for some of the things in Xenoblade 3. You know what would be funny to me? Like, what if Alvis was Zed the whole time and we just, like, didn't know it? I doubt that's going to be the case. I doubt it's going to be the case, right? But it'd be pretty funny if it was the case, actually. And then, yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else I could bring up here. Not really, yeah. That's about it, yeah. So, Xenoblade, Chronicles, Future Connected 2, Shulk, Alvis, Rex, fight. Cool. Thanks for listening to me ramble for a few minutes on this, and tell me what you think below. We'll talk to you guys next time, and yeah, cool. See ya.